Hello, this is Steve with Steve's Guitar Tips. Today we're going over a classic Hank Williams song called I'll Never Get Out of This World Alive. Now we're going to be playing this in the key of E. So you're going to have an E chord, you're going to have a B7 chord, and you're going to have an A chord. Okay, so now we're going to start with the strumming pattern for the song. When you play the song, you're going to do a root strum. So it's root note on the E, so on low E, followed by a down strum. So it'll be like this. Now what I'm also doing is I'm putting my hand down when I'm strumming, so it kind of stops the strum immediately. So it gives it a very percussive sound. So it'll be like this. Okay, so one bar is going to be playing that pattern 4 times. So it'll be like this. Okay, so now on the B7 chord, what you're going to do is you're going to play your A string followed by a down strum. Once again, 4 times of the pattern is equal to a bar. Now we're also going to have a split bar in the song that goes between B7 and the E chord. Now the way that's going to work is you're going to play your B7 for 3 times of its pattern and then the E for 1 time. So it's going to sound like this. 3, 4. Okay, so now you're also going to have an A chord in the song. When you play the A chord, you're going to play your A string followed by a down strum. Again, 4 times of the pattern equals a bar. Okay, so now to play the intro, you're going to have a B7 and the E for a split bar. So it's going to go like this. Okay, so I'll count that off one more time just to make sure you've got it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so then we're going to go from there into our verse line. Now in this song you're going to have verses, and I'm going to call these others pre-verses. So in this case, the verse is going to be made of E for 2 bars, followed by B7 for 1 bar, and then a split bar of B7E. Okay, so now I'm going to go through verse 1. Now you're looking at a man that's getting kind of mad. I had a lot of luck, but it's all been bad. No matter how I struggle and I strive, I'll never get out of this world alive. Now your verse 2 is going to have the exact same pattern. So it's going to go like this. My fishing post broke, the creek is full of sand. A woman run away with another man. No matter how I struggle and I strive, I'll never get out of this world alive. So now we're going to go into the pattern for the pre-verse. Now the pre-verse is going to be an A for 1 bar, an E for 1 bar, then an A for 1 bar, then you're going to play B7 for a half a bar. It's only 2 times on the pattern, and then you're going to play a bass pattern. I'm going to teach you the bass pattern. Now, we'll start on the B7. So B7 will be this. Now, with this, you're set up for the bass pattern. You play your A string with still making the B form, open on your A string, followed by low E string. You're going to be on the 4th fret, and then 2nd fret. Okay, so now we're going to play through the pre-verse. A distant uncle passed away, left me quite a batch, and I was living high until that fateful day. The lawyer proved I wasn't born, I was only hatched. You'll notice I did an open E string at the end of that bass pattern. That's because I'm setting up for going straight into the next verse. Okay, so then from there we're going to go into verse 3, which will be the same as verse 1 and verse 2. Everything's against me and it's got me down. If I jumped into the river, I would probably drown. No matter how I struggle and I strive, I'll never get out of this world alive. Okay, so in the next part, you're going to be playing the musical interlude. So the musical interlude will be the same as your verse chords. So it'll be the same as verse 1, verse 2, and verse 3. So it's going to go like this. Okay, so from there, you're going to go into pre-verse 2. Pre-verse 2 will be like pre-verse 1. So you're going to have an A chord for 1 bar, an E chord for 1 bar, an A chord for 1 bar, a B7 for a half a bar, and then you're going to follow that with your bass pattern again. So it's going to go like this. These shabby shoes I'm wearing all the time, full of holes and nails. Brother, if I stepped on a worn out dime, I bet a nickel I could tell you if it's head or tails. And then at the end, you're going right back into your final verse. And your final verse, which is going to be verse 4, is going to be the same chords again as verse 1, 2, and 3. So it's going to go like this. I'm not going to worry wrinkles in my brow, 'cause nothing's ever going to be alright no how. No matter how I struggle and I strive, I'll never get out of this world alive. Okay, so now if you're going to play this song with the recorded version that Hank Williams recorded, you're going to put your capo on the 3rd fret, which is going to give you the key of G. I played originally in the key of E just because it's easier for me vocally. Okay, so now with the capo on the 3rd fret, we're in the key of G.